that if you just turn it around, it can look like you're unboxing a tiny little tablet. But I will not do that twice. I won't make you guys suffer through 2 dad jokes in 2 separate videos. It's got the 6 emblazoned on the white front. Nothing else here. Some red stickers letting us know we've got the midnight blue version here. It is still sealed, so without further ado, mostly because I'm really excited, let me go ahead and bring in just the totally unnecessary unboxing knife and try not to slice off my fingers or stab the desk any more than I did in previous videos, and get the sucker out of the box. I have not seen this yet in person. Our head of mobile, Todd Hazelton, went to the events where this was announced and had a chance to play with it, and he came away really, really impressed. This guy is going to be available for every single major US carrier, so you'll be able to pick it up now from a carrier store on contract, or pick it up from Google Play directly starting at $649. And there she is. I've named it a she just because it's so pretty. Let's go ahead and take this out of the box. Oh, it looks so nice. I've unboxed probably hundreds of phones now. I still get excited for some of these bigger flagships. This is definitely one of them. So there is the Nexus 6. Go ahead and see what we got in this little booklet here. We've got, I won't do it, 6. Telling us where your SIM card goes, how to plug it into the wall, safety and warranty, and return policy. Looks like maybe we have the T-Mobile version here. Hopefully though we've got a carrier agnostic version we can just use wherever we want. USB cable, Motorola's quick charge, which should give you about 8 hours of battery life in 15 minutes, and that is it. No headphones or anything else in the box, but who cares? Let's take a look at the phone. I will try and get my satisfied whooshy noise if I can here by peeling off the screen protector. Yo. It's pretty satisfying. I'll go ahead and power the sucker on. I'll run through all the specs. We got the guy all powered up. You're looking at a flat material design Android 5.0 tastily named Lollipop. Before we get to all the software stuff, let's go ahead and talk about the hardware. You are looking at, it's got a 6 in its name, a 5.96 inch screen. They're like, hey, 1080p was so last year. Let's throw in a quad HD display here. So it is 2560 by 1440. It's AMOLED technology in case you're wondering. And if you could do math quickly, 493 ppi. Obviously a 16:9 aspect ratio, and protecting your screen is Gorilla Glass 3, so you should be pretty safe there. Coming in at 6.49 ounces, 184 grams, it's also pretty light. Powering this guy is a beastly cutting-edge Snapdragon 805 processor, which is 2.7 gigahertz and quad-core. It's got the Adreno 420 on the GPU. 3 gigs of RAM in here as well. Cameras, it has them. This camera on the back is a 13 megapixel camera. It's got sort of that same ring flash that we saw on the Moto X. It can also shoot 4K video, so that's pretty sweet. 216p 4K UHD. Also, obviously, it'll do 1080p and 720. It's got a 4x digital zoom. It can do HDR+. It's got panorama, photosphere, and lens blur, and all kinds of other kind of awesomeness you'd expect from a flagship camera. Pretty much, if there's a spec that you wanted a phone to have, this pretty much just has it. Front-facing camera is 2 megapixels, available in 32 or 64 gig variants. Wi-Fi, it also packing the heat, 802.11 AC here with MIMO, so it should be able to get some super fast Wi-Fi speeds. Battery, a 3,220 milliamp hour battery, should be able to get 24 hours of talk time or standby time of 250 hours with ambient display on. If you turn the ambient display off, you should get 330 hours, so that's a long time. Internet use, if you're using Wi-Fi, 9.5 hours. Using LTE, you should get 10 hours. Video playback, 10 hours, which is just crazy. And the turbocharger that we unbox will actually give you 6 hours of power in 15 minutes. So you're not going to get 8, you will get 6 hours of power in 15 minutes here. You've got dual front-facing speakers, so you should get pretty loud audio. You've got on-screen buttons now redesigned. You got the, almost looks like PlayStation-esque, the triangle, the circle, and the square for back, home, and multitasking. On the left-hand side of the device, we got nothing. On the right-hand side, you've got your power button and your volume up and down. On the top, that's where your SIM tray is going to live, your 3.5mm headset jack. The back, you've got obviously a gigantic Nexus logo. The Motorola dimple, so as it sits in your hand, your finger kind of naturally gravitates to that area. Phone does feel a little bit on the slippery side. It's not made of a soft touch feel, but I think you get used to that very, very quickly. We've got the midnight blue version. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a quick look at the OS and what's going to come on now brand new stock Android. So you'll notice again a very flat design. That's part of what Google's calling material design. And what that's going to mean is sort of taking another step in the direction of how they do their operating system. You'll see a lot more animations. You'll be able to see where things are coming from. If you open up a new email, you'll see where it's coming from, the email application, things like that. So let me give you an example. If I open up applications, you'll see it kind of comes up from applications. If I minimize that, it'll come back down. Obviously, there are a ton more things I can show as far as the material design, but you have to watch the full review to get that full detail. We'll jump into settings real fast, scroll down, go ahead and go to About Phone. Here we've got Android 5.0. Tap that, see what happens. Hopefully you get a little tasty lollipop action is going to pop up here. There it is, Android Lollipop. Tap this a few times, change the color, hold it down. Get a fun little Android Flappy Bird, which I am very bad at, but you can play. It's a little more fun than maybe a spinny Kit Kat that's been there in the past. Of course, you've got Google Now here as well. I can just say, OK, Google, and then start doing OK, Google type things with the very awesome Google search built in. The applications here have all been sort of redone and tweaked. Notice we got a new messaging icon there as well. It's been kind of unbundled from Hangouts if you want to do SMS, but of course you can still choose to use Hangouts or just pick a third party if you like. We'll see what apps are going to come bundled on here. Email's got new icons, and notice sort of that as a theme everywhere. Sort of new icons and new looks. Calendar is one they are really sort of touting as being kind of new. You can see things sort of slide in from the side, so they kind of make sense for where they are. You can always sort of follow the process as you go through and use your phone. Anyway, guys, anything else in particular you want to see about the device, let us know. We'll have a ton more coverage in our full review and first impressions of the Nexus 6. And to get a sort of a sense of how big it is, you might think a 6-inch screen is gigantic. Let me bring in, here's an iPhone 6 Plus, which only has a 5.7-inch screen. Let me say only, compared to the 5.96 here on the Nexus 6. And you can see not much difference. You get a larger screen and almost the same footprint. So bear that in mind as you're trying to decide if this is the right phone for you. Very thin bezels here. You've got on-screen buttons to help make those bezels even thinner. And the phone, at least on first blush, feels very, very nice. But we'll see how that holds up in our testing and full review. Until next time, I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos from people who just love technology, hit the big subscribe button right here. We put up videos almost every single day. If you want to see us play video games, albeit sometimes a bit poorly, check us out at our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/technobuffalo. Link's also right down below.